Stop chasing minor discounts. We are not here to talk about skipping your morning coffee. We are here to talk about generating $500 in new structural cash flow every single month. That $500 monthly surplus, equating to $6,000 annually, is the critical pivot point that transforms average financial stability into serious, goal-driven wealth creation. This isn't just about saving, it's about funding your emergency buffer, accelerating debt payoff, or starting a powerful investment portfolio. The greatest challenge in personal finance isn't a lack of discipline, it's financial inertia. Many believe only extreme, painful deprivation can work. That is false. We are leveraging data to identify high-return, structural cuts that require minimal ongoing effort. Over the next minutes, we will systematically dismantle $500 of unnecessary monthly expenditure using 10 researched, high-leverage strategies. Let's start with the one cost that acts as a financial anchor. The first strategy is to eliminate high-interest consumer debt. This is not optional. Before any investment, before any major purchase, maximizing payments on consumer credit is the foundational step. The analysis of investment opportunities and risk exposure is unequivocal. Virtually no low-risk investment strategy can match the returns gained from eliminating debt-carrying interest rates of 18% or higher. This high cost presents an opportunity drag that fundamentally undermines all other saving efforts. When debt carries a high percentage rate, that cost is constantly working against your net worth. It's an anti-compounding force. By focusing extra capital on the highest interest rate account first, a strategy known as the avalanche approach, you are mathematically minimizing the total interest paid over the life of the debt. This financial move is foundational because it creates an instantaneous conversion. The money previously paid in compounding interest is immediately freed up and available to fund your $500 savings objective. This crucial step solves a major budgetary constraint before requiring any changes to daily lifestyle, making it one of the highest guaranteed returns in personal finance. The next strategy is to optimize major fixed costs regarding housing and insurance. These expenses represent the largest portion of most household budgets, yet they are frequently assumed to be static. Aggressive optimization here yields substantial, long-term results. For renters, negotiation is a potent tool. Many rental prices are not fixed, and offering a service, such as minor maintenance in exchange for a reduction, can be successful. Even a minor $50 monthly reduction translates to $600 in annual savings. Homeowners should target private mortgage insurance, or PMI. If the initial down payment was under 20%, PMI is likely being paid. Filing to have it dropped once 20% equity is reached is mandatory. Furthermore, adjusting loan terms or refinancing an existing mortgage or auto loan can substantially reduce monthly payments. The examination of third-party costs reveals a profound synergistic effect centered on credit health. Data indicates that credit history is a major factor in insurance pricing. Drivers with poor credit pay approximately 75% more for full coverage auto insurance compared to those with good credit. This financial penalty is ongoing and significant. This disparity highlights the critical relationship between improving underlying financial behavior, such as paying down debt in Strategy 1, and securing compounding external rewards, like lower insurance premiums and more favorable interest rates. The act of improving credit health delivers a financial reward far greater than isolated actions would suggest. Annual policy reviews are necessary to ensure that these improved metrics are quickly translated into realized premium reductions. The third strategy is to implement the dual food dividend through strict planning. Food expense is consistently one of the highest variable costs for most households. This strategy mandates two behavioral changes: reducing waste and substituting dining out with disciplined home cooking. First, address the logistics failure of food waste. The average household in the United States discards approximately 1/4 of all groceries purchased, totaling about $1,866 in annual waste. By committing to comprehensive meal planning, a household can minimize impulse buys and purchase only what is required, allowing a family of 4 to save up to $56 weekly by simply consuming all the food they buy. Second, address the consumption choice. Data confirms a significant financial advantage for those prioritizing home preparation. Individuals who frequently cook at home spend substantially less on away-from-home meals, a difference that can exceed $100 per person monthly compared to those who frequently dine out. This combination, eliminating food waste and structurally shifting consumption behavior, creates a synergistic effect that can reliably free up between $150 and $240 monthly for a typical household. This confirms that structural shifts in consumption are far more effective than chasing minor grocery store coupons. The initial structural adjustments capture the biggest dollar amounts. Now we transition into the audit and negotiation game, leveraging time investment to target fixed monthly payments that erode capital through simple financial complacency. The fourth strategy is to negotiate every recurring service contract. Many consumers pay the inertia penalty, an elevated price for services like internet, cable, and mobile service simply because they assume rates are non-negotiable. Analysis of vendor economics confirms that providers are highly motivated to retain existing customers due to the high costs associated with acquiring new ones. They frequently prefer to offer reductions, ranging from $20 to $40 per month, rather than risk losing a subscriber. This demonstrates that the consumer has more leverage than they perceive. Success depends on strategic timing. Research competitive pricing and initiate negotiations well before the contract expiration date. Leverage diminishes near renewal, as prices often increase at that point. Negotiating a $30 monthly reduction yields $360 annually for a minimal time commitment, making this one of the highest return time investments available. Strategy number 5 implies ruthless audit and termination of all unused subscriptions. The digital economy is built on accumulating small, recurring payments that bypass conscious financial review. This strategy targets the tendency to ignore mental accounts, the small, routine expenses that accumulate unnoticed. Surveys indicate that U.S. adults report spending $17 monthly on average for subscription services they never actually use. Other data suggests the average monthly value of wasted subscriptions hovers around $10 to $11. The required action is a meticulous, consistent review of all bank and credit card statements, monthly or quarterly, specifically looking for auto drafts, especially those hard to track quarterly or buried in annual fees. While $15 to $25 per month may seem minor, eliminating this pure waste is about fostering mindfulness in spending. The exercise of meticulously tracking expenses promotes clarity about where capital is going, which has positive ripple effects on larger spending decisions. The next strategy is to seal utility microleaks for passive energy income. Utility costs are a constant expense, but they are often elevated due to preventable inefficiencies known as vampire drain and structural air leaks. Studies confirm that standby power use, or vampire drain, from devices like chargers, gaming systems, and coffee makers accounts for nearly 10% of a home's total electricity consumption. Installing smart power strips, which automatically cut power when devices enter standby mode, is a simple fix that yields $3 to $4 in savings every month. Furthermore, energy leaks from hairline gaps around doors and windows allow inside air to escape, accounting for between 10% and 25% of annual heating and cooling costs. By applying inexpensive weather stripping seals and caulking, consumers can lock in perpetual passive savings ranging from $7 to $14 monthly. The analytical value of these adjustments is their permanence. Once these low-cost, one-time fixes are made, the resulting $10 to $20 monthly savings stream is locked in indefinitely, forming a reliable, passive base for the overall $500 goal without demanding ongoing behavioral effort. We have identified structural cuts and cleared out the hidden drains. To reach and sustain the $500 target, this final segment incorporates behavioral economics and the strategic utilization of existing non-liquid assets. Strategy number 7 is to utilize the 24-hour rule to defeat impulse spending. Modern consumption is engineered for speed and instant gratification, which triggers a powerful emotional dopamine response linked to instant rewards. The 24-hour rule requires a mandatory one-day delay on all non-essential purchases above a set threshold. This pause serves as a vital commitment device designed to combat time inconsistency. which is the bias where immediate desire for a good is prioritized over long-term financial stability. During this structural delay, the emotional urge dissipates, allowing logic to take control. The power of this rule lies not just in avoiding the purchase, but in the subsequent reallocation of the saved funds. By fostering patience and intentionality, the consumer shifts from reactive purchasing to proactive saving. Redirecting just one avoided $100 impulse bi-monthly instantly adds to the savings goal, securing the final needed funds. Monetizing stagnant household assets is strategy number 8. Every household accumulates non-liquid assets, often referred to as clutter, that are liabilities due to depreciation and the opportunity costs they represent. These can be converted directly into cash flow. For individuals dedicated to achieving the $500 goal quickly, reselling unused household items through online platforms or local markets is highly effective. Reports indicate that secondary income from focused efforts in reselling can reliably generate net amounts ranging from $300 to over $1,000 per month. This is a strategic way to inject immediate liquidity into the savings challenge, providing motivational momentum. Converting these depreciating items into usable capital provides immediate financial acceleration and encourages a mindful approach to preventing future unnecessary consumption. This strategy is perfect for the initial clean sweep of the challenge. Strategy number 9 is to implement preventative vehicle maintenance. Financial stability is often derailed not by poor planning, but by unpredictable, catastrophic expenditures. Auto maintenance must be viewed as mandatory financial insurance designed to neutralize this volatility. The cost of reactive spending is high. A single vehicle breakdown can incur costs of up to $760 per day. Simple, low-cost, preventative measures, including routine fluid checks, belt replacements, and ensuring maximal fuel efficiency, are non-negotiable risk mitigation strategies. The tendency to skip necessary maintenance is frequently driven by loss aversion, the psychological desire to avoid the immediate, small payment for servicing, which inadvertently accepts the risk of a future, financially devastating loss. The analytical saver views the maintenance payment as a necessary premium that saves hundreds by preventing catastrophic, unplanned bills, thus preserving the monthly savings goal. The final strategy is to automate contributions and anchor your savings to a defined goal. No savings effort, however successful initially, will succeed long-term without removing the pressure of daily willpower. Implementing the pay-yourself-first system is essential. An automatic transfer of a set amount into a dedicated savings account. The moment income is deposited removes internal friction and guarantees consistency. Financial management is optimized when structural systems are created to bypass human cognitive biases, ensuring money moves to savings before daily spending temptations arise. Furthermore, this system must be paired with a clearly defined purpose. Establishing a specific quantifiable goal, such as creating an emergency fund capable of covering 3 to 9 months of living expenses, provides the crucial motivational anchor required to sustain the habit indefinitely. Having a clear objective provides the psychological drive. Automation is the structural solution that bypasses human fallibility, ensuring the saving habit is ingrained and continuous. By analyzing the impact of these 10 targeted adjustments, the evidence indicates that reaching $500 monthly is not an act of chance, but a logical consequence of prioritizing high-leverage actions. The combined effects of structural cuts and behavioral adjustments create a resilient financial flow. The major gains come from addressing structural financial anchors. This includes eliminating high-interest debt, which provides a risk-free rate of return, and optimizing food consumption, which offers the dual dividend of reduced waste and the substitution of expensive dining out. Minor, consistent cuts, such as negotiating recurring contracts or sealing utility micro-leaks, are crucial for solidifying the foundation. When paired with behavioral commitment devices like the 24-hour rule and supported by the financial hygiene of automation, the $500 goal becomes a predictable financial outcome. The analysis confirms that the savings stack is robust and redundant. The 3 high-impact strategies alone offer a path to the goal, and the supplemental behavioral changes guarantee a consistent surplus. You now possess the analytical framework and the quantified data required to generate significant cash flow. But data without implementation is merely information. Stop watching and start doing. Take 1 minute right now, look at this list, and identify the 3 strategies you will commit to implementing within the next 72 hours. Post those 3 commitments in the comments section below. This publicly stated goal serves as your initial commitment device. If you found this structured analysis valuable, subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based financial strategies. We break down the mechanisms of wealth creation, focusing on compounding, risk mitigation, and structural efficiency. Hit the like button to signal that this type of deep dive content is useful, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next analysis.